Hey guys, so in this video I will be going over the performance of my July 2017 stock picks. And every month I say that the 1 month, 2 month performance, 3 month performance of the stocks really isn't that important. What is important is the performance of these stocks over several years after you buy them, but I still like to follow them and compare them to the S&P 500, so that is what I will be doing in this video. And if you're new to my channel, I make videos on the stock market and investing, so if you're interested in that, consider subscribing, and let's get right into the video. So the first stock that I recommended in July of 2017 was Shire PLC. The symbol for them is SHPG, and they have been the biggest loser of all the stocks that I've recommended. They are down 12.31%. I think it's a good buying opportunity. I recently made a video analyzing them, so I'll put a card in the top right to that video. But like I said, poor performance. I'm not super concerned. I do think it's a good buying opportunity, but it is a shame that it is down so much. But I do think they're undervalued. I'm hoping that they can rebound from their recent downturns. They've had some bad luck. They went down 4% because their CFO resigned, and they had a top line and bottom line earnings beat and went down after that. So just some weird responses to fundamental events from them. But I do think they're undervalued, and I hope that they can rebound and go up quite a bit to where I think they are fairly valued. So the next stock that I recommended in July of 2017 was Nike. And they are up 4.54% since I made this recommendation. They were up quite a bit more, but they dropped recently. This is mostly them getting dragged down by Foot Locker having some performance issues. And people are worried that Foot Locker struggling is going to mean that Nike will have sold less shoes through Foot Locker. I really don't see this as being a long-term problem for Nike because it doesn't really matter where people are buying their shoes. If they plan on buying Nike shoes, they're going to buy them whether it's from Foot Locker, Nike Direct, or on Amazon. So Nike has performed pretty well since this recommendation. I'm definitely happy with their performance. And the third stock that I recommended in July of 2017 was Gilead Sciences. Since this recommendation, they are up 12.5%. Definitely a great performance from them. I am very pleased with this. They were severely undervalued when I made the recommendation. They're still pretty solid right now. I'm not going to be buying any more right now since they're up quite a bit, but I was definitely loading up at the time I made the recommendation. So definitely very pleased with this performance from Gilead. The fourth stock that I recommended in July of 2017 was STOR Capital. The symbol for them is STOR, and since this recommendation, they are up 21.33%. This is very great performance from them. I'm super pleased with this. They so far are my best recommendation, I think, and they were up a bunch right here because Warren Buffett bought 9.8% of the company, so he definitely agreed that it was undervalued and bought in, so this is up quite a bit. Very pleased with the performance of this stock, and also on top of the 21% that they are up, they pay nearly a 5% dividend. The final stock that I recommended in July of 2017 is Omega Healthcare Investors. The symbol for them is OHI, and since this recommendation, they are down 6.32%. They do pay over 8% dividend, though. And they are down just because they have a few tenants who are slightly behind on rent. I don't see this as being a big problem. They didn't seem overly concerned in their investor conference call. So I think they'll be fine. I still think that they're a pretty safe pick and a solid stock right now. I bought some more relatively recently. So I'm hoping that they can start to go back up and still collect that nice dividend that they are paying out. The dividend still is very safe. So like I said, not great performance over the last few months from this one, but I do think they are still solid. And since I made my recommendations, the S&P 500 is up 0.64%. So not great performance from an S&P 500 ETF, but I will use this to compare it to my picks to see how my picks have performed compared to the S&P 500. So with dividends included, the S&P 500 is up 0.95% since I made my recommendations. So without dividends included, the July stock picks are up 3.95%. So with dividends included, the July stock picks were up 4.54%, and that's really great performance for them over the 2 months since I recommended them, so I'm definitely very happy with that. That means that the July stock picks outperformed the S&P 500 by 3.59%, so I'm definitely happy with that. And like I always say, the performance over a couple months isn't really all that important, but it is fun to check up on the stocks and see how they're doing, and the July picks are doing very well. So if you liked this video, leave a like down below and consider subscribing. Thank you guys for watching.